Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome back to episode 5 of my post-Finem spoiler series. So today, let's start out by going through some of the architectural changes to the base. Of course, I got my periodic tables over there. Did a little bit of rearranging to some of the blocks here on the corner of this. If you look on the outside, it's a little more apparent. Put a nice slope on there. I've got a fan there for some decoration. I've set up these pedestals out here. That's going to be for something in the future. That's going to be for automating the collection of that algae out there. You can see that I have no lack of algae now. It's all the way over there, spreaded. So I can get lots of that. And I have a couple times harvested it. If we look at... So we got some chlorophyll and some triglycerides and proteins. So that's mostly from the algae. So I am still using that for food a lot of the times. Back here in the back of the garden, I put some stairs. It's going to lead up to eventually probably some more agricultural stuff. It's going to probably go on above this little area right here. And I'll reserve this little area down here kind of as my my seating area, and then up there maybe do some mass farming of maybe move my carrot farm up there. That way I do a full size carrot farm. Possibly get into some automation of that later on anyway. Then over here, I dug the hallway, moved my bed over into this little area, and then I dug this little area out. I think this is where I'm going to put some bee stuff. We'll get to that today too, because when I was digging this room out, you see this is a nice big 9x9 room. This is door. Come across this way. And what's going to go in the middle here is going to be like a big reactor later on, much later on. But right now I've got this beehive down in here that I've exposed. I'm going to get rid of that. But I want to collect the bees out of it, so I'm going to have to get something to do that with, and that's going to require a scoop. Also over here, there was a big pocket of gravel. I dug out all the gravel, and then I started this stairway down. So eventually this is going to be my way down into the ground here. I did run into this right here. You can see that there's some stone up here still, and the chisel does not have any effect on it, whereas it will affect this other stone. That is because that's a nest of silverfish. As you can see, it's a pretty good size cluster of them. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. If I want to just get rid of a few of them and then wall this back up. I want to get rid of the ones that are exposed in my hallway, so I don't accidentally later go along and have them popping out at me while I'm trying to run a wire or something, or a cable or something through the ground. You see, I got lots of resources from digging all this stuff out, and that's going to lead right into what I want to talk about next, because one of my viewers, we're going to call him DG, because there's no way I can pronounce his name without butchering it. So DG, I think you know who you are. You left me a really good tip, or two good tips on one of my previous videos. I wanted to share those with you guys. The first one is that if you take your stone or your cobblestone and you use your chisel to instead get yourself a stack of mossy stone brick. These are an interesting... I was not aware that this was having this interaction. It's interesting. I'm not going to change it. So it's really kind of cool. If we look at this, mossy stone brick has a recipe. It has a vanilla recipe that includes wheat, some water, and 8 regular stone bricks to make 1 mossy stone. So the decomposer, when I throw the mossy stone brick in there, it thinks that each one of those is worth 8 regular stone, which equates to 8 regular smooth stone. So it rolls on those tables. For each one of those it breaks down, it rolls like 8 times on the table, I think. And then it also potentially gives you some water and cellulose because of the wheat that was part of that recipe. So yeah, it's for anybody that was that says you can't get resources, or you're having a hard time getting resources early game. They haven't discovered this. This is a really good tip. I'm not gonna change it. Like I said, I'm not gonna change it. It is kind of OP, but that's okay. I think I like those. There's things in the pack that definitely are game changing. Once you discover them, that's one of those things right there. I didn't even realize that one until DG brought that to my attention. But it's really cool. I'm not going to change it. And then the other major thing is, let's see if I can't put away the rest of these chemicals real quick. There's so many of them that come from when you break down a stack of that. I already broke down one stack of mossy cobble. You see, it's not even close to being done, and there's all these resources coming out of it. You can get massive amounts of metals doing it this way. Just so much stuff. I think those probably all the metals, lots of iron, lead and tin and copper and everything else. Well, that's a great tip. The other one I want to get to is with, let's see, let's get some sugar. I think I should have some sugar cane someplace. No? Sugar or sugar cane? Yeah, there's sugar cane. I think actually it's better to take and make it into sugar, then pull that out of there, because I need to break these down. Get some sugar broke down. That's gonna give me some sucrose. I didn't get enough sucrose though, so I'm gonna learn that real quick. And what I'm doing here is sucrose is actually a Minechem food item. So if I put some oxygen, hydrogen, carbon in there, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and I need, currently have 5, I need 8. One more, I need one more. What do I need? Hydrogen. More hydrogen gives me 8 of those. This is a good example because sucrose also has a really good side effect of giving you speed for a moment, and it actually is the opposite color of the penicillin that I put down right here. So I got a pull of red and a pull of green. This one's going to give me health, and when I take a dip in this one, it's going to give me speed, but it also, you may notice that it completely filled up my saturation bar on my food. So yeah, there's another way to just completely eliminate the need, almost completely eliminate the need for growing or producing any other kind of food, is you can use Minechem to put a pool of liquid food and then swim in it. So great tips from DG. Sorry about not being able, not even taking a stab at pronouncing your name, buddy. Sorry about that. But anyway, we're gonna move along because but I needed to share that with you guys because it's a really great tip about getting resources, and if you want to avoid the food system, there you go. You can mostly avoid it that way. You're going to still need to make food and take it with you whenever you go on an expedition or something like that, obviously. But and then you still got to think about water. And we're doing some things for that here. So first thing I want to do is clean up some quests in the Life Rebooted First of all, I got a couple to turn in. So I made rye. I'm gonna go for the hearts. I made the rice. Again, I'm just gonna go for the hearts. That actually gives me enough to make a heart. We'll do that. Still got random stuff in my inventory. I really need to get the drawer controller, and it would make this a lot easier. Then I wouldn't have to go clicking on everything. I could just click on the drawer controller, and it would take everything and put it away for me. We gotta get one of those as soon as possible. Oxygen, and what is not ever gonna put away is these empty tubes, because once you got these empty tubes, the only thing I never need these empty tubes for is if I want to pick these back up. I really don't want to pick those up. I don't think I'm going to need to. So I'm just going to toss those out there. Those will decay eventually. So not much else that I can think to do with them. Carrots are growing really good. These are all 10, 10, 10 now, by the way. So I have lots of carrots, which allows me to make the diamond. So how much carbon do I have? Like 1,200 carbon. I have a lot of carbon. Diamonds are kind of expensive. They take a lot of carbon. And it takes these nanotubes made out of carbon. 1, 2. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Haha. I left my chemist journal in there, so I made a sucrose. I don't need that sucrose. I need that carbon and oxygen. Actually, I don't need the oxygen. I just need the carbon. Well, I suppose nanotube could be one that I want in the journal. Why not? Might save me a few keystrokes later. So now I can just select a nanotube and it'll put that recipe up in there. And let's see what I get. 1. And now I got 2 total. I need probably like 1 more stack of carbon to get my 3rd one. There we go. And then once you got 3 nanotubes, 2, 3 right in the middle gives you your diamond. Okay, so this isn't really a quest, but this is something I really wanted to get done for this. Because now I'm going to be able to take those redstone torches, some stone. I'll need some quartz. Now, I need a place to get quartz from. One of the things I could probably do is I could break down this granite. That's actually going to produce 2 things that I really need right now. To make quartz, I think it's going to give me some gallium arsenide, hopefully. Yeah, right there, gallium arsenide. That's part of quartz. And the other thing it potentially could give me is some potassium. Granite will occasionally give me something that has potassium, is it? Is it that? No? Yeah, I think it is that, biotite. And there's some more potassium, straight potassium. I can get it from this too. So potassium, that's something I needed to make the potatoes. I got 2 from the gunpowder that I got from the... Ooh, there's a zombie. From the gunpowder that I got off of the one random gas that came over by me. I'm not sure where that originally came from, but I might be near a swamp or something that I don't realize. Make it daytime, make it uncomfortable for the zombie out there. That's probably all it's going to do for him because he had a helmet. So, but the thing I'm trying to make is his drawer controller. This is really going to make my life a lot easier. And the sooner I make this, the sooner I can make this better. It's just any drawer, some stone, and I need 2 redstone comparators. So for that, I'll need some silicon dioxide. I think I should have some of that there. Silicon dioxide, I think it's like 4 and 1. Am I right? Yes. So I need like 3 of those. Which I only need 2 of them. To make a comparator. I need 2 comparators. Now I need is a drawer of any kind. Do I have one spare drawer here? Let's see if this will... Yep. Drawer controller. Yay. That's really good. So now I can put that... I want it there, but I don't want it facing like that. I want it to face forward. So I'm going to temporarily put that block back in there. And dig it out from back behind it later. We'll need to have access to the back of that. So now, now I can just right-click that and it just takes everything that has the place and puts it away. Barium. I don't have a place for that. 56. 2, 4, 6. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be like right there. Sweet. That's a load off. That's a load off my mind. That's gonna help out a lot here. So the other thing I need to do is to make the potatoes. So let's get that done real quick. So I just need 2 potassium. I need some water. I already have water somewhere. Made up, but doesn't look like it. So I just need some water. For that, I'm just going to grab hydrogen and oxygen. Got plenty of it in there already, actually. It's like 8 water. And a cellulose. I should have that over here. Cellulose. Cellulose. 2 potassium and 8 water makes me a potato. Now I know how to make a potato. Okay. And that's not... Okay, now I got the potato. I got to turn it into a seed potato. Potato seed. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to grab the quarter heart again. Of course, we've got some extra potatoes. So now that I got that, that's going to lead me into some more cloning. I want to get the pumpkin, which is the potato and a carrot. So, somewhere here, I should have some crops ready to go. Yep. Potato, and I'll just grab a carrot from over there. And maybe I got some, yeah, bone meal. Alright, there we go. I'm going to be able to move forward on that sooner. Need more bone meal. So, give me some of that. Love that. Instant bone meal. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now it's going. No. Of course I don't wanna leave it completely unattended. Just gonna go ahead and break these other ones down. Or maybe. Oh yeah, I can just yank all this stuff out of here. Come over here and go click click, and it gets rid of almost everything. That just needs to be further broken down. Fluorine needs a spot. Fluorine is actually up there on the side of oxygen. And gallium arsenide, I don't want to break it down because I use it just the way it is. I think that's going to go right there. What's with the other? Well, the other one's magnesium oxide. Okay. What's that? Water? I think I need to keep water. Not that hard to remember how to make it. Okay. Everything to its place? Yes. Good. Okay. Sweet. So much of a time saver right there. Big time savings. Okay. Let's not worry about that for now. You know what my goal here is get the soybeans, and I'll probably just continue crossbreeding this stuff off camera between this episode and next. Let's get on to something else that's a little bit more important, and that's these bees. And the reason I just want to get rid of them so they stop stinging me. So I need some wool. So what I want to do is I'm going to take and break down some protein. I don't need all of it. I just need 2 of it. Take and break down 2 protein. One of these is going to be glycine. I don't know if I've looked at that before or not, but there we go. Now no glycine. And I'll need some titanium dioxide. Should be right here. Yeah, I got a little bit of that. So that I can make myself a piece of wool. There we go, titanium dioxide. I'm going to put the rest of that back. Right there. And then the rest of what I need is just sticks. I got plenty of those right here. Sticks. And that's going to make me a super basic scoop. And that's really all I need to get rid of these bees. And I've got bees in 2 places that are really close to my base, and I've dug them up basically. So there's one right here. When you get really close to them, they start really causing you an issue. So if I get rid of them, what I get Rocky Princess and Rocky Drone. That should have completed this quest. What's bugging me? Well, these Rocky bees are what's bugging me. That's for sure. I don't know if I showed that tunnel or not. And I did actually do some improvements on that tunnel. And there's another one down here that's going to be a nuisance later on when I'm working with my big reactor. And it's right down under here. So, and then I'm actually going to backfill this hole. This hole does not need to be here. I'm going to fill that back in with limestone, probably, because limestone I don't really need. I don't have that big of a use for limestone. And get the same chemicals out of marble. Anyway, so there we go. I got some bees. And I can get a diamond for. I could have got a diamond for doing that too. So I'm actually going to take that diamond because I'm going to need it later. Well, probably not very long from now. And I actually have a place for the bees. So let's in mind. Let's start out with a chest, just a couple chests to put all the bee stuff in. For now, it's going to be right in here in this this room here, and then we need some bee houses. I think we need bee houses. Yeah. I think I actually need those honeycomb that I got from the quest to make the bee houses. And I believe it's going to be some planks. Like that and that. Is it like this? Yeah, bee house. Okay, what do I want? I think I'm going to take the honeycomb. It's not immediately useful, but later on it will be useful. I think. I'll want more honey. And I got some bronze. Some bronze probably to make some other kind of bee related stuff. Well, there's I got a bee house here. I think I actually want a couple more bee houses. Let me get 2 more bee houses for in there. We'll need some more spruce. There we go. And the 2 and 2 bee houses. Okay. Got it. Oh, what am I doing overheating? There we go. And then we've already got... Well, we've got 3 queens, but I've only got 2 drones. I think the quest gives me 1 queen. I'll take that 1 drone back out of there. So there's a queen, but I don't have a drone for her yet. Oops, don't want that in there. Put that back over here. I think I want some glass. So let's see how much. I think I have some sand here from all the digging that I did. I've also got some dorite and some andesite. Those are some other things that I can throw in the decomposer to get some interesting chemicals back. As we'll break these down. Let's see, where's that sand at? I'm going to get a stack of sand. I think it's just easier to break the sand down than make it back into the glass. Four corners. Give me glass. Well, I don't know if that's enough or not. Then what I can do is I can also chisel that glass into this quite clear glass of what I want to use, because it's a little more structurally sound than standard glass, and it doesn't break. You don't lose it when you break it. So I'm going to put that there. And I want a nice door for that bee thing, so I'm going to get 2 gold and 4 iron, and I'm going to make one of the Malleus specialized doors there, the laboratory door. I can go there, and now I can go into my little bee room. And since those are rocky bees, they're happy right there with the rocks. They don't need anything else. They don't care about anything else. They got their rocks. They're happy. And I did actually have leftover glass, so I made plenty of glass. Turn that back into regular glass. Use it for other things. And put away all these chemicals. Nice. So there we go. That should. The only other thing I want to do is this Master Chef. I want to get all these things done. These are really not that difficult either. So like the cutting board and all that stuff. Really, it's just a little bit of iron and sticks. So if we grab our iron, our sticks, I think that's mostly it. I think we might need some, at most a couple maybe boards for some things. I think it's 2 iron and a stick there will give us a skillet. Okay, that's a skillet. Was it 2 sticks and an iron? No, I don't know. Wait, no, there's a board involved here. Was it something like this? Cutting board? No, I don't know. Let's look at that one up. Cutting board. Oh, it's close. It's so close. It's like that. There we go. Cutting board. We need a mixing bowl, a saucepan, and bakeware. Bakeware might be a little bit difficult, but that's going to lead into something else that we need to do anyway. So, mixing bowl. There's going to be 3 of those guys. And there we go, mixing bowl. What was the other thing? Skillet, saucepan. I think a saucepan is like this, like this. I don't remember. Saucepan. Oh, okay. I thought it was only a stick and a piece of or a metal, and then it is. So there's a saucepan. And the bakeware. So the bakeware leads us into another problem we need to solve anyway, which is clay. So we need some clay. We're going to get some clay for this. We're going to need some clay to complete it. And if you're lucky, you can find it in the world. It does spawn in the world. It is out there. You may run into it when you first are looking around for your place to live. If you run into it, I suggest you keep note of it, because that's probably the easier method of getting a little bit of clay. But it can also be synthesized. So we can synthesize clay by making colinite. Aluminum, silicon, oxygen, and hydroxide. And you see it takes quite a lot of the hydroxide. So we're going to go ahead and actually make a stack of hydroxide to start out with. Oxygen and hydrogen. It's actually a lot more than a stack. Had some extra materials in there. Probably should pull it out first. It's okay. Silicon dioxide, or yeah, this should go right there. And then yeah, now our hydroxide's down here. I'm gonna grab 2 stacks of that because I want a bit of clay. Then I want to make it again later. So I need I'll need aluminum and silicon. Let's see, and one other thing I think. Some more oxygen. So grab 3 of that. So it was aluminum 2, silicon 2, oxygen 5, and then hydroxide 4. We'll give this culinite. I got a bunch of it. I got 16. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and learn that one so that I don't have to set that one up again. And now each one of these is nice because each one of these gives me 2 clay. So there I go. I got a half stack clay. Alright. Now, what I need to do with that half stack clay, first thing I got to do is I need to cook 8 of these. Because that's what it's going to take to make that bakeware. 8 bricks. Or 8 nether bricks if you happen to have those, but we're just going to use 8 bricks. Now, the rest of what we're going to do with that clay, let's jump back here for a minute while we're waiting for that to cook, is in basic tech. Because now we can make our conduit. And that's super important. So we're going to need gravel and sand, and we already got our clay. So gravel, sand, we've got some clay right here. We're going to get some binder composite. Actually got quite a lot of binder composite there. I'm going to use it eventually. Don't worry. You'll use it. So that was detected. Now we got to cook some of it to get the conduit binder itself. And might as well just wait for these last 2 clay to finish off. And then we can throw this in there to start cooking. And finish up our original quest here in a second. Come on, clay. There it goes. And we'll start cooking some of this now. And there's our bakeware. Well, let's back up. Go back to there. There's our bakeware. And this is a really good one to complete because you're going to get 2 blocks of iron. You're going to get a presser. You're going to get some clay, more blocks of clay. And 2 more, you could select 2 more blocks of iron, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the iron. That's a lot of iron. That's good. It's a good one to complete. So there we go. I'm going to put all away that stuff. I'm not going to use it right this minute. I don't have the soybeans to use the presser yet, but we'll set something up later with that for sure. Oh, nasty creeper outside. Keep the door closed. Okay. I still got a thing of hydroxide. I probably don't need. And go ahead and put away these other materials. All done with all that. Okay. Very good. Clay go in there. Clay go in there. Sand and gravel. Wood, iron, sticks. And the binder composite. We're eventually have to cook that, but it takes a while. So there we go. Get some completed binder composite. And I'm mostly done on here for the time being. For the time being, like I said, I'm going to do these off camera. There's a soybean to get to. But there we go. A complete conduit. And we'll get all these different conduits. I'm going to take the pulsating iron conduit. Or iron nuggets. Because I immediately want to make more item conduit. Because that's going to allow me to run the item conduit over to that drawer controller. I think I have enough there with the 20. So if I come down and under here, And I've got to break that block. And then I know that that block right there is the... can't quite reach it. Could do this. And then... yeah, do that. And then I need to change that to insert before I get away, before I can't reach it. And these ones I just need to disable as they go by the other drawers. Disable. And finally disable this one. Then now I can just come down low enough. Actually going to put a block back in there. And now I can come across here. Okay, there, and there. So that needs to be disabled. In those places. Well, for now anyway. Oh, now I'm hot. Okay, so that actually gets all the way through there. All the way back up into there. So all I really need to do now is change this one to go ahead and be active without a signal. And it'll extract from the decomposer. I would say that it accidentally was extracting from over there and putting it over in here at some point a second ago. It'll end up putting all that stuff back in here eventually. Weird. It'll clear that up anyway. So yeah, that looks good. We got that connected. I didn't think I was going to get that done this episode, so. And then there's some other things to do, I think, but it's going to have to be saved for the next episode. And we're going to get really into the tech stuff. So this is kind of more like a, kind of a show and tell one more than anything. I'm going to show you what we're doing over here on all this stuff. And, oh, my carrots. What happened to my carrots over here? Carrots, potatoes. Well, I didn't get my crossbreed, so I got to keep trying. Whatever it was I was trying to crossbreed to. Keep trying on that. Soon, this is looking really good. We need to definitely get into more tech, though, in the future. Real soon. I want to get in cobble generation and building all these other machines. And fitting it all in a nice, tidy little spot right here. For now, there's no point in building over here yet until we actually have the ability to build that big reactor and have things that require that kind of power. So, but we'll get there. We'll get there relatively quick, I think. Because we're going to want to make some more chemical decomposers and more synthesizers and get some things automated. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Be sure and leave a like, comment, a thumbs up if you did. And until next time, I will catch you later.